Good evening, everybody. Welcome to week 22. Well, it's getting quite a long journey already, but slowly but surely we're getting where we want to be. So let's continue. So why do we have to Zoom? Well, first of all, a support group helps you stay committed, helps you stay motivated, but also you can get health and nutrition tips. Tia mentioned to us about her journey with all the different things to try to lose weight. You can get some answers to questions you might have and have some fun doing it. Yeah, this picture of this woman on the scale, I started to feel the same. The box said it was 2 pounds of chocolate, so why did it gain 10 pounds? Yeah, that's how it feels sometimes. Now, this week's tip, think twice before using diet or slimming pills. Now, take a look at that one. These aren't Weight Watchers, diet pills. You've been reading them upside down. They're actually M&Ms. Now, one she gains weight. The good of slimming pills. Let's talk about the good. It may help you get started with your weight loss program. It might be the kickstart you need to get started. It may make it easier to lose weight for some people. For some, it will stimulate your metabolism. Some pills will stimulate your metabolism, which help you lose weight faster. And some, the combination of weight loss medicine and lifestyle changes might lead to greater weight loss than your lifestyle changes alone. So it can help you reach your goals faster. It's a possibility. Okay. So you may be able to reach your goals faster if you go on slimming pills. Well, that's about where the good part ends. So let's look at the other things which are so important to look at, because people tend to look at this part and not the rest. Are you considering buying slimming pills? Well, let's look at some things here. It's very easy to find slimming pills. I mean, they're sold with many promises. If you're lucky, the only harm done is spending money on a product that doesn't work. But if you're not so lucky, the product could actually harm your health and even be fatal. Now, people don't realize these things, the risk in taking diet pills or slimming pills. So if you're really looking to this option, discuss it with a health professional. Slimming pills are for people who have tried other ways of losing weight, such as exercise or diet change and so on, or have certain health issues. But even then, I don't think it's a wise choice. That's my personal opinion, and you see why as we go on. I go slimming pills. Let's look at some things here. In a study of 2,800 people who lost at least 30 pounds and kept them off, only 4% did it with the use of medications. That shows you 96% of people can lose weight and keep it off without medication. So don't have to spend money on buying medications. I've seen people help with diet drugs in the short run, but weight tends to come back and bounce back. You know, the yo-yo effect. I mentioned this in the first week Zoom already. Okay, they lose weight while on the pills. When we stop it, they gain whatever they got lost, they gain and get some more as well. Now, compare this with somebody, for example, who's got the blood pressure issue and he's put on medication for blood pressure. As long as he's on the medication, his blood pressure might be controlled. But when he stops it, his blood pressure will go up again. Okay. It's very difficult to override our body's maintenance systems, even when it's sometimes not in our best interest, because the body functions in a certain way and it's used to a certain thing. If you want to stop that, it's not always that easy. Not always be in the best interest either. Remember that one drug, there's no one drug that works for all. Okay, one drug really works for everybody. So even if you've tried many of them, you might find none of them might work for you either. But moderation is the key here. You need to program yourself to have just a little bit of certain foods and treats. Other lifestyle changes, diet changes. Remember, for any weight loss plan, it helps to have a support group. You see, I got this from Health UC Davis Medical Center. Anyone who has watched TV, you hear these claims: eat all you want, never exercise, and still lose weight with this little pill or this trick. I've seen a couple in the past few months now on TikTok and YouTube, all these magnificent cures or wonders and treatments that suddenly will melt all the fat away. It's not as simple as the people make it out to be. Scientific research is not borne out such claims. Remember, you gained weight over 5 or 10 or 20 years. So how can you lose it within 3 months or 6 months? Unless you've got a big operation cutting out all the fat, that's also a lot of risk again. So be careful. According to the current FDA regulations, that means now you can put a product on the market with it actually having to prove that they work. And that's disgusting that the FDA let that go through. And a lot of countries follow America. If the FDA allows something, then other countries very often follow. Then they assume it must be okay. But take note, these products are not categorized as dietary supplements, not as drugs. They're dietary supplements, others as supplements, not drugs. You get some medication that you get need a prescription for as well, obviously. Now, the number and quality of good randomized double-blind studies that really explore the question of efficacy are very limited for these products. Now, that's virtually true for the entire category of weight loss products. And very often you find research that says this is a medical drug, and 3, 4, 5 years down the line, it says that it doesn't work. So I want to be very careful when we look at these tablets. There are types of slimming pills. They're fat trappers. They're supposedly to binding to the fat that you eat, preventing it from being digested. Now, they say there is some evidence that it does help prevent you from absorbing dietary fat, but its effects may be too small for you to actually notice anything. A few small studies have shown that people on calorie-restricted diets lose slightly more weight than taking fat burners. So there is some, but it's not really strong. And the danger of citizens, however, may hinder your body's ability to absorb fat-soluble nutrients. So this is a danger because vitamin A, vitamin D, and some phytochemicals like carotenoids, these are fat-soluble. So if you don't have enough fat in your digestive tract leading into your bloodstream in the end, your body will struggle because it won't be able to use vitamin A, vitamin D, and these carotenoids efficiently. So it's not a good idea in any case to use fat trappers for a long time because we've learned recently, in any case, in the past 10, 15 years, that we need fat. Remember, there was a weight loss Zoom we did on does fat make you fat? So check that because they talk a bit more about fat. Okay. Fat burners, they're herb-derived stimulants, for example. They're different ones. Some might even have caffeine in it. The ephedrine has been banned in some countries already. But most experts agree they do work when combined with exercise. But their safety is another matter. And this is where my concern starts, the safety. If it raises blood pressure, it can cause fatal heart attacks, heart arrhythmias, and strokes. That's why it's been banned in many countries. It's already been banned in 2004 in the USA. None of these products seem to be a magic bullet. Okay, let's see more. Appetite suppressants. Research does not support most of the claims made by the manufacturers of these type of over-the-counter products. And prescription appetite suppressants may work, but they usually have several negative side effects. I remember a few years back, Hoodia became quite a big thing. But a lot of recent research indicated Hoodia is not such a miracle drug or miracle herb as they say, or it might be because they use synthetic ingredients perhaps. But most slimming pills have got negative side effects. Here's an example of hydroxycut that was actually banned eventually. But if you look at it carefully, this person here, Marcus Park, said he was treated with acute hepatitis and jaundice. The SCA had received its first adverse event report about hydroxycut in 2002. So that's long before this guy started with it. And only in May 2009, by which point his liver was already damaged, the agency warned consumers to stop using hydroxycut. And eventually it was recalled. And this is quite a familiar story when it comes to slimming pills. Another slimming pill might increase metabolism. There are many herbs, herbal teas, and some that do it naturally as well. But the quality of some of these products are questionable. Look there at the bad quality green tea capsules. that ruin this guy's liver. And this happens so often. Now, look at what's in week 20. Foods that increase metabolism. There are natural ways of increasing metabolism. At the bottom, there are two products that also that are tested and are safe to use and they do boost metabolism. Cutting calories from a diet and exercising more regularly tend to be best. But like I said, there are some that work if they are made on the pharmaceutical license and if they have been tested. But you can increase it naturally with the foods that you eat. Watch out for slimming products that claim to be effective and unharmful natural products. Because, in fact, many of these contain dangerous substances. And there's some names: sibutramine, phenolphthalein, and ephedrine. And very often they contain undeclared substances. You don't know really what is in the product. That is why it's important that it must be made under pharmaceutical license. Because then what's in the pill must be on the label. Now, here's some of the side effects: high blood pressure, fast heart rate, chest pains, lung and heart problems. You should be starting to get scared already. Bloating and gas, diarrhea, constipation, vomiting, nausea, others digestive or gut problems, liver problems, insomnia, restlessness and dizziness. I remember many years back, in the 80s and 90s, some people would look like they had the shakes because of that restlessness, dizziness, and because of the effect of the diet course they were taking. Psychological dependence, so you can become psychologically dependent on it, but also physically. And they can end up when they stop with withdrawal symptoms. Headaches, dry mouth, blurred vision, nervousness, I mentioned that already, numbness or tingling sensation, difficulty urinating, abnormal taste, heartburn. Now, this is not a complete list, but several slimming pills have been banned due to all these side effects. There's no magic pill. That's the fat issue. There's no magic pill. This article was in Health 24, the dodgy ingredients in diet pills. People don't know about this. Here's another one. This perfect body solutions and burn 7 contain hidden drug ingredients. And the FDA advised consumers to not to purchase this product. Okay? Because it confirmed that this product contained some sibutramine, which is a controlled substance. Okay? And it was removed from the market in 2010 for safety reasons. So you see people buy products and products they put in the market that very often contain nasty ingredients. And this specific one led to coronary heart disease and other problems. So it's not a good idea to take this pill. Another one. This lady thought she was taking a miracle pill. So it's shaking the danger of buying diet pills online. So is it worth the risk to go and take these pills? It just costs a lot of money. So why are these pills not good for you? I'll summarize it because we are running out of time. Well, first of all, they give false expectations. Weight loss pills can give false expectations. You start become dependent on this pill. This pill is going to be my rescuer, so help me lose weight. But these pills promise way more than they can actually deliver. Losing weight as fast as some of these products claim is not possible in any case, and probably not safe to lose that much weight in any case. And the problem is these pills don't lead to lifestyle changes. So even if the pill might help you lose weight faster, they're not going to be successful in the long run because your mind must be correct in the end, and you must make the adjustments in your lifestyle and your diet. Otherwise, you just pick it up again. So you don't want to pick it up again, you want to keep it off. Furthermore, the bar for improvement is low. In other words, the criteria set for a company to be able to put a pill in the market is very low. So it's easy to put something in the market that doesn't really work. And it might even be worth the side effects in any case, or the extra cost, even add an over-the-counter weight loss pill to your weight management plan. So you would just be ending up wasting money because the regulations are not quite strict. So, you see what else? Many of these pills are not really effective. Many of them claim to do certain things, but when you get tested, they are, in most cases, not really worth it. And they make life unpleasant to eat certain foods even. So when you eat in the food, you get this better taste, or unpleasant taste in your mouth. So you end up avoiding those foods, which might be a good idea perhaps, but sometimes you might be missing out on nutrients you need. Okay? And you eventually dread your trip to the bathroom as well, because it could affect your toilet habits as well. They disrupt your body's natural rhythm. That was often just disrupt your body's natural rhythm or homeostasis, the balance inside your body. So it messes up your system, and that can lead to more side effects. You see, I've got my references every time at the bottom of the page. That was rarely backed by science. As we said earlier, very little science to back most of these polls. There are some that's backed by science, but then the effect might even be small. It might hinder your weight loss lifestyle because people don't make the needed changes because they depend on slimming aid instead of making the changes. You just can't trust most of the slimming pills in the market because there's no scientific backing. And many of them got banned after a few years. So you very often get to say, hey, here's a medical drug to help you, or medical pill or supplement, help you lose weight. But a few years later, it gets withdrawn, even banned. And then several weight loss scams have been exposed in the past. Advertising often is false or misleading, and it ends up being a scam. And this is what's so sad. There's a lot of hype. The advertisement, the marketing is so great. But in the end, it is just a scam, a money-making racket. And that's so sad. So we must look for a company that can be trusted as well. Like I said, it can cause the yo-yo effect as well, because if you don't make the necessary changes, you just pick up the weight again even more. Watch week one of the weight loss Zooms. It can end up being a crutch. People depend on it, and that way it can be psychologically addicted to the end. What about all the side effects? If the side effects are not enough to scare you, then you must be really desperate to lose weight. I remember many of these pills have been discontinued due to the bad side effects, which can include even death or permanent damage to the liver and other organs. What about bad reputation? Many similar pills have been banned. So there's a bad reputation already. So I'm a skeptic when it comes to this type of thing. And then the price. Why spend a lot of money on something that cannot give long-lasting results? Like I said, to the blood pressure pills. You stop taking blood pressure pills, your blood pressure goes up again. Unless you take a natural option and lose weight and some natural food and so on to help you keep it down. So let's really consider this. This article also, News 24, slimming pills can be fatal. So I'm not just making it up. It's been published already. Slimming pills can be fatal. Despite all the risk, desperate people are being exploited by many companies. They're enticed to buy an ineffective and often dangerous pill to solve the weight problem. Okay? So, which is very careful. They can entice them into this, and they go onto the roller coaster and end up with damaged organs, and they might even end up just out of pocket and not losing weight in the end. So I want to be very careful. Good habits will help you lose weight. That's what we must look at, good habits. Don't diet, find a good eating lifestyle. Get your mind right so you can develop the willpower. Find a meal plan that works for you. There's intermittent fasting, keto, banting, whatever, or just cutting a number of carbs that you eat, make better food choice, doesn't matter. But if we look, we're talking keto banting, go to week 21 of your weight loss Zooms. Or if you want to look at intermittent fasting, go to week 19. They're all on my YouTube channel. Okay, don't go fat-free. That's actually not a good idea. So sit down and eat. Don't watch TV while you eat, because very often you overeat in the end. Use smaller plates, because it foods your brain. Eat fiber-rich food first, then protein, then carbs. That apparently helps to decrease the risk of sugar spikes. And sugar spikes lead to insulin spikes, which leads to fat formation. There's also a Zoom, one of the weeks on the insulin trap. I think about week 4, give and take somewhere around there. Watch that on this specific point. Say no to seconds, and that's difficult, that's challenging. Get active, even just doing gardening. Don't use slimming pills unless they are based in nature and backed by science. Okay, and make sure about that part. It's all about willpower. Get your mind right. To say no. Weight table. This is a voluntary weight table. Want to join this? You see the people on this list. We're all going down a bit, and this is good. Go down 200, 300, 400 grams a week is great. You don't have to go 10 kilograms in a week. That's dangerous, actually. And it also depends on what your weight is, how fast you can and will lose. You can see here, Janet did lose the most this week. Now, I've got a challenge up to the end of April for people who put their, who participate in this weight table and want the biggest percentage weight loss will get a bottle of fiber tablets free, which I'll make sure they get. The tablets also help with weight loss, for sugar, for cholesterol, etc. So if you want to win the bottle of fiber tablets, get onto this participation table. Okay. To summarize very quickly, make sure you have a right lifestyle, avoid toxins, detox the home of the body, because that also can help you. There's also a zoom ahead on this topic specifically. Toxins can also help you gain weight instead of losing weight. Avoid artificial sweetness, preservatives, and other foods that can lead to weight gain. Consume enough fiber, fat, and protein as well. Read the label, make smart choices. Avoid anything in a tin packet or pre-cooked or boxes as possible. Avoid slimming or diet pills. There are better options and safer options. And if you're on a diet and you're like me, you don't eat certain foods, it might be a good idea to find a good supplement, one that's whole food, natural, like the ones that I use from New Life. Motivation is what gets you started. Habit is what keeps you going. So keep your goal in mind. Join your weight loss support group on Facebook and on WhatsApp as well. Where you can ask questions, which I can then discuss in this Zoom, for example, or the group. This is my YouTube channel. Subscribe to it, please. Subscribe. I put hours in here. And if you subscribe, you'll get notifications when I put on new videos, which you can look at them. You can also email me at herman@vibrantlifestyle.co.za. But important is if you want to lose weight and keep it off, you must change your lifestyle. Remember, this is from a primary healthcare perspective. I'm not a medical doctor, I'm a nutritionist. Thank you for watching, but before you go, I've got a short video for you. Not much time left.
Store shelves are packed with weight loss supplements, promising to help you drop pounds, lose inches, and burn fat fast. Quite natural with safe. For example, yohimbe, an African tree bark extract marketed as a weight loss supplement, may cause elevated blood pressure or panic attacks.
There's no supplement out there with enough evidence to show that it's going to help you lose weight. And some unethical manufacturers even add banned prescription drugs to supplements.
In fact, hundreds of weight loss supplements have been recalled by the FDA that contained drugs rarely listed on labels, linked to things like heart risks, severe hepatitis, liver failure, and even death.
The short answer is don't take weight loss supplements. They're unregulated, they don't really work, and they could very well hurt you.
Okay. Are there any questions or anything you would like to share? Or let me just stop my share quickly here.
Diet and exercise and portion control.
Yep. That's the only way to keep it off in the long run. And then your lifestyle must change. And that's part, diet control and exercise is part of your lifestyle. And I mean, exercise can be a thing like doing gardening. It doesn't have to go run 20 kilometers and stuff like that. Okay. And next time we go to a shopping center, there's a lift and there's stairs, take the stairs. Unless it's obviously 20 stories high, that's a different story. But get a little bit of exercise rather than taking the easy way out. You know, another thing that I've decided to do is if I don't have that many packages in the shop, and I go from the shop to my car, carry it to the car. Don't use a trolley. Get a little bit more exercise. I think that's one of the big problems. As we get older, we become lazier instead of staying active.
It's not become lazier. Our muscles become aren't so working so properly.
Yeah, but it's a circular effect because your muscles become weaker, you stop doing things.
Yeah, they become weaker.
Then we weaken faster. They've actually done a study many years back already where they took people sitting in wheelchairs. They gave them dumbbells to practice with, and within about 2 or 3 months, most of them were able to get out of the wheelchair and walk again.
It's because the muscles started to work better.
Yeah. So that's why exercise is important. And the more muscle you have, the better your body can burn fat and energy.
Yeah,
Because your metabolism is
that's
higher,
true.
you've got more muscle.
Yeah, and muscle burns more fat.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. No questions?
I want to ask you a question. Maybe I'm wrong. It's Meryl here.
Yes, Meryl?
I've learned, I used to work for a diet company, Whaley's, I shouldn't say, but yeah. I was taught something that really stuck to me all the time. Before you eat anything, drink 2 glasses of water an hour before.
Okay. Hour before, yes, okay.
Yeah, and then you don't feel so hungry. And I walk a lot and a lot and a lot. I walk from my place to the mall and back. And I've lost since I was 19, I was 80. I've lost since January, I've lost 3 kilos.
Yeah. You see, that is true, even up to the hour before the time. And if you add some fiber tablets to it, and you drink the water with fiber tablets, the fiber tablets, depending on the quality of the tablets, obviously, they will absorb the water and you feel fuller for longer, and you'll also eat less.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah.
Okay, but you can even take that about 25 minutes before a meal. And the other benefit of taking a fiber tablet 25 minutes before a meal, it also helps prevent the sugar spike when you have your meal. So, and if sugar spikes is part of what leads to into fats being formed in the body as well. Because your insulin shoots up. Go watch the recording on the insulin trap. I think it's week 4. Where they explained it in more detail.
Yeah.
But if you drink water too close to a meal again, it's not good, because then it dilutes your stomach acid and enzymes in your stomach. So, like, not with a meal, in other words. Rather stay away from that. Okay. Okay, I have to go off now because I think someone else needs the Zoom link for something else in a few minutes. If there are any other questions, then I'm going to say bye. Keep well, everybody. And next week, send me any topics you want to discuss next week. I'm looking for topics to discuss. Any questions you have, send it on the WhatsApp group.
Hypnotherapy, tapping, acupuncture, all that, alternative medicines.
Let me see if I can find
Why
some interesting
not?
stuff on that. Let's see if I can make up something. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody. Keep well.
Good